It was in 2007 when an RCA mission group came over. RCA pastors were there to see the project we were starting amongst the Maasai. And while we were there was a young lady named Miriam Mutete Muntolol. She had heart issue and trouble. She was about 7 years old, 8 years old, and she needed to go to the doctor. She could barely walk. So from the RCA pastors that were there, we pulled together the resources to provide the $300 or $500 for her to go to Nairobi and receive the care that she needed initially. Once she discovered that she actually had a hole in her heart, and without that treatment, she would have died because she was very lethargic, could barely move. But by God's grace, she got a good diagnosis, and the prognosis was that she can survive if she gets the surgery that she needs to repair the hole in her heart and some other things that were there. By God's grace, we raised support from those pastors who came from Michigan, from Iowa, and from South Dakota. We pulled together resources, and from other persons in the life of the RCA, we were able to raise the $5,000 or $6,000 that was needed for her to have open heart surgery. And by God's grace, she healed well. And from that, she was deeply touched by the people who loved her and cared for her enough that did not know her, but they contributed and gave resources and funds to support her. And God moved in her life and her heart, where she actually developed a passion for medicine. And she wanted to give her life in service to others in her own community, because she realized that so many people amongst the Maasai community have healthcare issues and challenges, and they travel so far just to get to a clinic. And the RCA provided a scholarship for her to go to medical school in China, finish medical school, return back home. Now she's finishing up her medical license from the Kenya Health Department, and she'll become an official doctor, and then she's going to start her official residency for 2 years. But in the midst of this, she's also serving at the Maasai clinic that has been launched in the Manga area of Kenya. She has a passion for cardiology. She has a passion for OBGYN, and she just wants to provide herself and be a service in the life of her community. And this has been accomplished by the power of God's grace through the power of the Spirit and God's giving that's come forth from persons in the life of the RCA. And we give God praise that she has now joined that team that is going to provide health care and church planting and outreach into the interior where the Maasai live. So thank you so much for your support.